Roblox has been banned in Turkey to protect the children, which we all know is not the real reason, let's be honest. Turkey is an authoritarian country, at least their leadership currently is. And they're saying they're banning it to protect children, but they're just banning it because they're an authoritarian government. Because they're also thinking about banning TikTok and pretty much everything else from the West. And you might be wondering, how is Roblox a threat to, the government of Turkey? And surprisingly, it is. There's been multiple cases of people making Roblox games who show people history of their country that their country doesn't want them to see. Like, it is a real thing. And I understand why an authoritarian government wouldn't want this in their country, because they're authoritarian and they don't want to lose power because they suck at their jobs. Like, if they were good at their jobs and they were authoritarian, no one would care. But the fact that they have to go out of their way to censor everything means that they're bad at their job because people talk about them and they don't like it. And as an American, I don't like authoritarians. Now, even though the reason that Turkey banned it was, bogus, it's not actually a bad excuse because it is a real problem on Roblox. And there's two sides to this. There's the first side, which is just child safety issues, which have gotten significantly worse over time. Roblox reported 13,000 cases of child exploitation last year. And to put that in perspective, in 2022, they reported just under 3,000. So the number went up by like 10K, which is kind of a lot. Now, in Roblox's defense, they don't make up a huge portion of these reports. They are a small fraction, but at the same time, I feel like Roblox is just not catching all of them. So just because Turkey's reason for banning it is bogus for them, does not mean child safety is not an actual issue in Roblox, because it is. Roblox's own staff has had many issues with child safety in the past. Their own staff has been accused of lots of things. If you play Roblox and watch Roblox content, you probably know the entire underbelly already, because I only know the surface. I've seen a bit of Ruben Sims videos, and that's where some of this knowledge is coming from. And I know that he's either infamous or famous, depending how you see him. But yeah, Roblox is a real child safety issue, and it'd be cool if they fixed it and worked on it. I don't expect them to, because Roblox is kind of sketchy, but the other side of the coin is what I know more about, and that is the child labor that Roblox employs. Now, this is alleged, or I guess accused, because it's not like they're legally employing children. It's kind of a gray area, but basically, Roblox has this thing where kids can make games. And when kids make games, they get paid in Robux through Roblox, and it's this big scheme that Roblox has where basically kids make games for kids and then Roblox siphons most of the money from it. I don't remember all of the details, but I did cover this in detail in a video I made a while ago if you want to go check that out. It'll be at the end screens if you want to finish this video first. Also, please hit that like button down below, subscribe if you're new to 25K, thank you. But Roblox's whole economy is arguably exploiting kids, because it's a lot like CSGO, but worse. If you guys remember, there was a whole CSGO gambling scandal a while ago. You had T. Martin and Tom Syndicate who had CSGO Lotto, right? And they got into a lot of trouble for getting kids to gamble on CSGO Lotto. They rigged the gambling streams, they made it look super fun, and they didn't really require any age verification to gamble at all. Like, if you really wanted to, and I kind of wanted to, you could gamble at the age of 16. There was nothing stopping you. Now, I will say this hypothetical where I did do this, I didn't gamble a lot. I knew that it was a bad thing to do, and it was basically rigged. But a lot of people don't know that, especially when streamers are streaming it and recording it, and they're getting rigged games. Because yeah, the T. Martin and Tom Syndicate stuff, that stuff was rigged in their favor, which is not okay. I have mixed opinions about gambling streams in general. Part of me is okay with it, part of me's not. But when it's rigged in your favor to win, I am completely not okay with that. You are misrepresenting the odds of someone actually winning the game, and I don't think that's okay. Gambling is already sketchy, and you cannot do that. That's mega sketchy. But Roblox had a literal casino problem at one point. Like, there was casinos you could go to in-game and spend Robux on them, and then get Robux back. It was really bad. Those are mostly shut down now, but those casinos did exist, and Roblox really didn't do much to stop them until they were called out, which is really sketchy. If you're a company that primarily makes a game for children, you should probably be more careful about literal casinos getting on your platform. And also, with how restrictive gambling games are in certain countries, it's kind of weird that Roblox even has casinos to begin with. Like Balatro, a roguelite where you play poker, is considered gambling in Australia, I believe, and that game is a lot less gambling than a casino. So it's kind of weird that the game would exist in general, because from my understanding, currently, casinos can still exist in Roblox. You just can't use real money to gamble, and I don't think that should be a thing. Casinos and gambling are a problem for grown adults. Children should not be in casinos. I also don't like the rise in sports betting, but that is a different conversation. And there's also the fact that Roblox items are like literally like a stock market. Like, there's rare items that cost a lot. There's a graph that goes up. I don't think it's a good thing for kids to be looking at and be exposed to, just because the stock market is just gambling. It's less risky than a casino for sure, but the stock market is gambling, especially if you're in penny stocks. And if you disagree with me, I want you to go to Wall Street Bets and read some of the posts and tell me you still disagree. And if you do, you're just dumb. People on Wall Street Bets will bet hundreds of thousands of dollars and lose it all and go into massive debt. They're gambling. And obviously, if you put all your money into index funds, you're not really gambling nearly as hard. But anything that can go up can go down, okay? You're still technically gambling, but if you just drop it in and leave it there, you're not really gambling, if you get what I'm saying. Also, not financial advice, by the way, except don't gamble. That's my only financial advice for you. I know lots of people say it's a joke, like it's a good idea. It's not. XQC and Trainwrecks lose so much money gambling, bro. And they have the money to lose. You probably don't. So don't do it. And when it comes to kids making games for Roblox, I honestly don't have an issue with it. I really just want Roblox to pay them fairly. Because, like, I started YouTube when I was a young kid. I'm not gonna sit here and say kids can't do work, because they definitely can. And that's not me saying put them in the mines or something, okay? That is just me saying, if Roblox is gonna give them the tools to make games, they should be paid fairly for making the game. They're already making the games, so give them more of a cut. It is pretty ridiculous that you have to meet a certain threshold of Robux to pull out, and on top of that, you get paid in Robux, which makes kids, especially, want to buy items in-game because they're children. They don't understand that money has a lot of value. But with Roblox being banned in Turkey, Turkey is not doing this because they're a good country, okay? They're doing this because they're authoritarian and they don't want external influences influencing the government at all. Because if this was for child safety, they'd ban a lot more different things. They'd probably just ban the internet, to be honest. But I'm definitely not gonna believe the Roblox team when they say, we spent almost 20 years making Roblox one of the safest online platforms for our users, particularly the youngest. That's just not true. There are so many accusations against your own staff, Roblox. It's not true. And the Roblox boss also said kids making money in the game is a gift, not exploitation, which sounds like exploitation. If kids are working on games and getting paid a fraction of what they should be, and you're calling that fraction a gift, that sounds like exploitation to me. If the payouts were more fair, I wouldn't call it exploitation, but they're just not fair. When all is said and done, if you make a game in Roblox, you basically get a fraction of what the game makes, which is not okay. If you make a game, you should be getting a majority of the money from it. Even with AdSense, you get 55% of all AdSense. YouTube does not take a majority of your AdSense. Roblox should not take a majority of your money from a game. It is kind of ridiculous to even say it's a gift. Ah yes, the kids working in the coal mines, it's a gift. It's a gift to get paid $2 an hour. That is a gift from God. Also, it's important to realize that not all Roblox staff is bad. It's a very small fraction that are terrible people. My issues come from the executives at Roblox because they let all this stuff really happen. They don't hire enough people. They don't get stuff done. Roblox is a company. Like, the investors and the higher ups are incompetent. They just are. They should be hiring way more moderation. They should be way more careful, and they should be giving people a better split, and they should be giving game creators a better split, especially since they're not doing what they could be, which is funding moderation. They could be paying a lot more people a lot more money, but they're not doing that. And on top of not making it the safest place they possibly could be, they're actually exploiting children's labor, allegedly, by having them make games and paying them a fraction of what they should be paid. There is no world where someone should make a game and get like 23% of what the game makes. That is absurd. Roblox is not a publisher. They're a platform, and they should act like one. If you want to give people the tools, that's fine. Take like 50-50 at the max. But at this current rate of Turkey banning applications, I would expect them to ban pretty much everything, because they've banned Roblox, they've banned Instagram, but Facebook and WhatsApp are still accessible. I don't really know why, but they're probably gonna get banned soon because that's what they're doing. We'll see though. But yeah, Roblox is sketchy, and if you think it's not, I'm sorry, you're probably either 8 or you just haven't looked into it, because it's sketchy. If you think it's not sketchy, I'm sorry. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitter at spatnz1, and click the answer down, check out more of my content, and have a good one.